Hello everyone, I'm David Fotheringham, Uniting Church Moderator in Victoria and Tasmania. I'm recording this on Wurundjeri country and I pay my respects to elders and to all First Nations people present as this video is shared. The grace and peace of God be with you all. This video is to provide a further update to the Faithful Futures project. As you know, a major project meeting was held in March 2025, from which come recommendations to the Presbyteries and to the Synod regarding a vision, values and goals for the Uniting Church across Victoria and Tasmania leading into the next 5 years, in response to the discerned movements of the Spirit, the opportunities and the challenges across the Presbyteries, and to enable clear direction and coordinated resourcing for the Church. In many ways, the vision and goals reflect the directions that are already being taken among the presbyteries and will enable greater coordinated support. Each presbytery had appointed 3 people to the March meeting, and 3 were appointed by the Synod Standing Committee to work on and finalise the goals which are now being brought back to the presbyteries for endorsement. I'm not going to reiterate the background that I provided in earlier videos and communications, but I'll move straight to the decisions and recommendations of that meeting for which your endorsement is sought. The proposals are written in full in the letter that I've sent to all presbyteries. Firstly, the vision of following Christ, walking together as first and second peoples, seeking community, compassion and justice for all creation, is being put to presbyteries for endorsement. This has received very widespread recognition and support. Secondly, the drafted values are not being put to the presbyteries. There were varied views about whether the values that had been drafted were appropriate in all locations. As has been clear in this project from the start, the goals may be outworked in each presbytery in different ways, and presbyteries may make decisions based on values appropriate to their own contexts. A small group was set aside to do some further work on this and concluded that each presbytery and the synod could be encouraged to discern their own primary values appropriate to their own situations according to their needs. Thirdly, the meeting was in consensus regarding the preparation of shared goals for the Uniting Church across Victoria and Tasmania. The meeting gave close consideration to the drafted goals that had been prepared, reworded some to meet particular concerns, and came to consensus about the final form before you now. Briefly, the goals are coordinated ministries. Coordinated ministry and mission in geographic areas such as local government areas, attentive to the life and needs of the local context by 2030. And note that geographic areas in some cases may be quite large. And note the key attention to the life and needs of the local context, working for the ministry and mission to which the Church is called across each geographic area. Respecting country. That all communities of faith will be able to tell some of the story of the country on which they are located by the end of 2028, and be invited to develop local and appropriate ways to respond. Some communities of faith have already done a lot of work in this area. Some will find it difficult. Some may question this work. This will need to be approached with pastoral sensitivity. It's important for us to bear witness to the people God placed in this land from the earliest times, and is an important step in the vision of walking together. There will be attention given to resourcing presbyteries and communities of faith as this work proceeds. Intercultural leadership. By 2028, to A, be providing appropriate formation and equipping for leaders of different cultural groups, and B, develop networks to support worship, witness and service among communities of diverse languages and cultures. This is responding to the movements of the Spirit that we see, and the particular lay and ordained leadership needs in particular communities. All age growth. To have at least one all-age community of faith that is interactive, diverse, inclusive and transformative in 80% of coordinated ministries by 2030. This fits biblical patterns, working on bringing generations together to share in activities such as worship, Bible study, messy church and so on, and connects to other goals. Finally, The meeting established a small task group to further develop an implementation framework to bring to the Synod meeting, based on 3 elements: a steering committee with 1 member from each presbytery, a chairperson appointed by the Synod Standing Committee, and the General Secretary and ELM Executive Officer or their nominees. Goal-focused groups to encourage and resource those involved in each particular goal, and a project lead to provide leadership and momentum. There is a double-sided single-page sheet with a summary of these recommended goals and the implementation framework that is being circulated with the link to this video, as well as a letter with more details. Thank you for the consideration that has been put into this process across the presbyteries, and especially to those who are appointed to and contributed to the meeting on 25th of March. I'm very glad, on behalf of that meeting, to commend these proposals to you to help set the context and resourcing for ministry and mission through the Church in the years to come, to the glory of God. Thank you.